Concept 15.5, Exceptions of Standard Mendelian Inheritance. In this concept, we will look at more exceptions to standard, what seems relatively easy to understand now, Mendelian inheritance. The two exceptions we will go over are genomic imprinting and inheritance of organelle genes. For most genes, both copies of the genes are expressed. Makes sense. Why get rid of a perfectly good gene? For some genes, proper embryonic development requires expression of just one, not zero, not two, copies of the gene. To make sure only one copy is expressed, the copy in either the male or the female produced chromosomes are turned off. We call this chromosomal imprinting. Let's look at an example in mice. Insulin growth factor 2, or IGF-2, they are turned off in eggs. They are turned on in sperm, whether the gene is inherited from the mother or the father of the male mouse. This was discovered using a mutation of the IGF-2 gene that results in dwarfism. If the mouse was heterozygotic, received the non-mutant gene from the father, they are normal sized. If the mouse is heterozygotic and inherited the mutated gene from the father, then the mouse was small. Inheritance of imprinted genes works like X-linked genes, but they are pretty much all on autosomal chromosome. On to inheritance of organelle genes. What, you may ask, are organelle genes? Remember, mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own genes. The mitochondria and chloroplasts in plants come only from the maternal line. There isn't room in a sperm head or a pollen granule for mitochondria and chloroplasts. They come from the eggs, which are bigger and have plenty of room for the organelles. If you watch CSI type shows, when they talk about maternal DNA, they are talking about mitochondrial DNA, the DNA you only get from your mother. Generally, there are more mitochondria available in crime scene samples, so you are more likely to isolate that than chromosomal nuclear DNA. Weird, huh? Anyway, let's look at this lovely variegated plant. The mutation for the yellow spots is carried on the chloroplast DNA. Makes sense, since the most common pigment in plant leaves, chlorophyll, is coded for by the chloroplast DNA. So this variegated pattern only comes through the maternal line, not from the dad. Interesting, huh? Well, that's it for this concept. On to the wrap-up for this chapter.